Hello. Welcome back to TravelWrite. My name is Star, a first-generation Ghanaian Canadian resident in Canada. I am passionate about youth mentorship, higher education, and legal migration. Before you apply for a study permit, watch this video. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why your study permit application may be refused. Number 1, lack of funds. Lack of funds is the number 1 reason why many people who apply for student visa to Canada are refused. Yeah, maybe you have a scholarship, maybe you don't. Whether you have a scholarship or you don't have one, you still need to prove that you have enough funds to support yourself while you are studying in Canada. So before you apply to a school, you must ensure that you'll be able to prove that you have enough funds to support yourself when the time comes for you to apply for your study permit. People who have applied and have been refused will tell you that when you start seeing things like you have not proved that, almost always it has to do with lack of funds. That is why going to school abroad requires preparation. You need to prepare over a period of time, especially if you know that you may not get funding, because even with funding, you still need to prove that you'll be able to support yourself. Number 2, you have not been able to prove that you'll be a genuine student in Canada. And let me explain. Now, many people apply for courses. So let's say you have prior education, you have some work experience, and all of a sudden you apply to a school in a totally different area that has no connection to your previous education or your work experience. If that is you, better be ready to prove beyond reasonable doubt that there's a good reason why you are making a switch. Number 3, you don't have strong ties in Ghana or Nigeria, Uganda, whatever country you live in or you are from. You need to be able to prove that you have strong ties at home. A study visa is a temporary visa, and what that means is that you should be able to prove that you are going to Canada to school and you'll go back to your country of origin or residence. And so things that show that you don't have strong ties in your home country include, for instance, your parents live in another country, you are not married, you don't have any children, your siblings live in other countries, you have zero connection to your home country. Having family members or being married and having those people living in your home country is not the only way to prove strong ties. If you have a job you are going back to, that could be ties. If you have property, those are ties. And there are several other ways that you could prove strong ties to your home country. Another reason why you can be denied a student visa is, and this one is quite recent, poor grades. Yeah, this is very, very recent. Until recently, once you are able to gain admission into a university in Canada, if you meet all the other criteria, most likely you will sail through if you submit good documents to back your study permit application. In a recent court case, a student who had gained admission to a university in Canada was denied a student visa, not on any grounds, but poor grades. And so even though a school admits you, IRCC can decide that the grades you got in your previous education are weak in certain core areas, and therefore they do not believe that you'll be a successful student in Canada. Now we have a precedent, and so this is where I would like to appeal to those who still have years in higher institutions of learning. You are in third year university, you are just starting university. Take your academics very seriously and get those good grades. Don't let poor previous grades be among the reasons why you could be denied a study permit. I'll add a bonus reason why your student visa could be rejected. Previous rejection. And yes, you heard me right. If you have been rejected for a student visa once, unless you change certain things drastically, the likelihood for subsequent refusals is very high. That is why it is very important that you gather all your documents to make sure that you check all the boxes. These are not the only reasons why you could be denied a student visa. There are more. But I like to keep my videos short, and so I'll leave it here. Until next time, remember that if you must travel, travel right. Bye.